are welcome.
That is the representative of Director General Nigerian Maritime Administration Safety Agency, Kadccimma Center. That has been a special welcome to you, Ma. Committee to this particular venue, and also special welcome by the traditional dancers and traditional troupe. It's a wonderful and exceptional achievement of their own special day activity. So please clap for yourself. The Director General Nigerian Maritime Administration lady, a mother of course, who was concerned, Hajia Rekia Lamai, Assistant Director, Head Nimasa Text One-Stop Investment Center, Abuja. Dr. Jibril Rijau, Head Oil and Gas, Free Trade, Abuja. Chief Public Relations Unit, Nimasa, Kadccimma, Chief Development Officer, Subcommittee of the 40th Kaduna International Bank, Market International Anthem. Yes, we see them gallantly dressed and nicely. Give them a very big round of applause and wishing them success through what they are doing. To have a minute silence for all of us to play. A minute silence is none other
of Nimasa, who is currently represented here by Kadccimma Lamai. All other protocols observed. On behalf of the Executive Council of Kadccimma Chamber of Commerce and the Trade Fair Main Organizing Committee, let me welcome the Director General and all his representative and all the guests and their entrance to the 40th Kadccimma International Trade Fair. Kadccimma International Trade Fair is one of the most important events in the business calendar of Kadccimma Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Kadccimma. As earlier mentioned, this year's trade fair is the 40th in the life of the chamber. You will agree with me that it is not a mere achievement for Kadccimma to have consistently organized international trade for 40 years, in spite of numerous challenges, particularly the security situation across the country, Kaduna inclusive. Let me therefore commend the founding fathers and past leaders of Kadccimma for their pioneers' role and continued support over the years. The Kadccimma International Trade Fair provides, among others, the following. A. The promotion, encouragement and development of industries and industrial inputs. 2. The promotion of all aspects of the economic sectors through national and international cooperation. The provision of access to research findings, new technologies and ideas for industrialists and policymakers through face-to-face interactions. The creation of conducive atmosphere between Nigeria and other nations for joint venture projects in all phases of the economy. And lastly, but not least, the provision of channels through which the government policies and programs are made known to the public, with a view to attracting international and local investors. In every trade fair we organize, an appropriate theme is chosen by the organizers to align with government's major economic policies. This year's theme is consolidating interface between industry and agriculture for Nigeria's sustainable development. The theme was deliberately chosen to complement the efforts of the federal government and other levels of government in promoting economic growth through agriculture and industry. It will be recalled that since the nation's attainment of independence in the 60s up to mid-1980s, various governments, both at particularly at regional level, achieved a lot in development of commerce, agriculture and industrialization through the vehicle of import subsidy adopted by our founding fathers after independence. The country was self-sufficient in food production and even exported some cash crops like cocoa, cotton, groundnuts, and etc. In fact, Nigeria was #1 producer of groundnuts in the world. Adequate raw materials were also produced to feed agro-allied industries scattered all over the country, like the textiles that we have, a lot of them in Kaduna, Kano, and other places, cocoa processing plants, tire manufacturing companies, oil mills, and so on. Unfortunately, most of these industries are now comatose. They've gone under, and that is why we have a lot of unemployment problems, which is causing security problem for the whole country. In the past, if you come to Kaduna, even as a primary school leaver, all you need to go is to go to our labor office within a week. They'll call you for interview, and you get a job in the first talkless of the secondary school leaver or university. Today we have graduates, hundreds or probably hundreds of thousands of them roaming the street without jobs, and that is why we are not having peace. This period was the most glorious part of the nation's history, when the national currency was rated at par with British pound sterling. At that time, 1 naira was equivalent to 1 pound, and $2 equivalent to 1 naira. That was in the early 80s. That is when Nigeria was Nigeria. This impressive situation, however, changed drastically with the introduction of structural adjustment program in the mid-1980s, specifically in 1986 by Babangida regime. This did not help matters as agriculture was relegated to the background with negative consequences. Since then, Nigeria is yet to recover, as most of these agro-allied industries, particularly in the northern states, have collapsed completely. Nigeria has systematically become a dumping ground for both wanted and unwanted manufactured tools and even food items. In this regard, we would like to commend the efforts of the federal government and state governments in their determination to reverse the unfortunate situation. The ongoing economic diversification program, which aims at giving agriculture its prime place, has started yielding positive results, and the country is virtually now sufficient in the production of rice, We are happy to know that other major crops like textiles, garments, cotton, cocoa, palm oil, rubber, and wheat are also to be given similar attention by the Central Bank of Nigeria via the outgrower scheme, whereby all the value chains in each of these crops are provided with soft loan to get them off the ground. Hundreds of agro-allied industries scattered all over the country that are now motors to be revived. This will not only minimize the chronic unemployment problem, but will enhance for their full participation at this year's Kadccimma International Trade Fair. In fact, they resumed participation last year, so we are happy that you are here. Of course, we hope you will continue. You have a permanent, one of the most beautiful permanent center. In fact, you are getting the secretary of the Kadccimma Chamber of Commerce come out directly. Kadccimma has followed with keen interest the mirror reforms being carried out under the new management of NIMASA to sanitize the maritime sector. We note and commend NIMASA for the launching of Deep Blue project, which entails intelligence data gathering, information sharing among the major stakeholders and other major operators at the port. The project is principally geared toward addressing illegality in the nation's territorial waters and indeed the Gulf of Guinea at large. We are also aware that NIMASA provided sea-time baths for Nigerian cadets across the world. This is highly commendable, and also we are aware that NIMASA has replaced foreign seafarers with Nigerian seafarers. I think this has at least encouraged our Nigerian seafarers who have been redundant. They have now replaced the foreign seafarers. I hope the reform will continue so that in other areas where we have Nigerians that are qualified, they should replace the foreign technical experts. You will agree with me that this will go a long way in reducing the foreign exchange that we spend on foreign technical people. Kadccimma, on behalf of our numerous members and other stakeholders in the maritime sector, is willing to collaborate with NIMASA for the mutual benefits of both parties. Once again, we would like to thank the management of NIMASA for participating at this 40th Kadccimma International Trade Fair. We look forward to seeing you in many years to come. We wish you all the best, and we look forward to a mutually beneficial relationship between our two organizations. Thank you, and God bless.
Was built by NIMASA. NIMASA surpassed other organizations, being the first to have a permanent building inside the trade fair complex. They have shown a very big round of applause for NIMASA for that age difference. Becoming expatriate in another nation. Round of applause for you. you. Please, another big round of applause for them. For the keynote address, Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, in person.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the board, management and staff of Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, I wish to welcome you all to NIMASA Special Day event taking place at the ongoing 40th Kaduna International Trade Fair. My DG, Dr. Dakoku Peterside, would have loved to be here in person, but for some pressing official duties. He sends his warm regards and wish you a successful trade fair. And I want to please crave your indulgence for a 1-minute silence. We just heard that we lost a staff, Mr. Nnamdi Francis. So please, would you please get up for 1-minute silence for a staff that passed on this morning. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Amen. Thank you. So I'll read my DG speech. It gives me great pleasure to be present at this year's Kaduna International Trade Fair. This year's theme, Consolidating Interface between Industry and Agriculture for Sustainable Economic Development. We explore the linkages between agriculture and maritime transport logistics for sustainable development. Nigeria has a coastal line of about 853 kilometers and about 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways, 12 nautical miles of territorial waters, 200 nautical miles of exclusive economic zone. The Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agency is a federal government agency with the statutory mandate to regulate maritime safety, security, marine pollution, and maritime labor, using the instruments of International Maritime Organization, IMO, and International Labour Organization, ILO. We are further empowered via the NIMASA Act 207 to promote the development of indigenous commercial shipping in international and coastal shipping trade via maintaining a ship registry, implementation of Cabotage Act, affirmation of all public sector cargo, advancing indigenous capacity in ship ownership and maintenance, maritime infrastructure development, and manpower capacity development. The maritime sector is critical to any national economy, as it accounts for the movement of about 90% of world trade by volume. It is inevitable for income generation, wealth creation, and economic development. It is, however, a capital-intensive sector and a major component of the 1.3% contribution to the transport sector of the real GDP in Nigeria, and that's in 2017, it is the MBS report, but in 2018, the figure rose to 1.37%. NIMASA as Nigerian Authorized Maritime following projects and initiatives. 1. Deep Blue Sea Project. The Deep Blue Sea Initiative was conceptualized to provide an integrated national surveillance and protection of the Nigerian maritime domain with a command and control infrastructure. The project has impacted positively on the effectiveness of the agency's search and rescue and enforcement activities. Provision of critical satellite surveillance infrastructure. The development of satellite surveillance infrastructure is enhancing the agency's surveillance of the nation's maritime domain in real time, which is reflected in the increase in the revenue generation of the agency. Lease of 6 intervention security vessels. The recent acquisition of 6 Spark Intervention Security vessels under a lease agreement has also rejuvenated the Agent Rescue Coordination Center. It was established by the agency to provide search and rescue services for 8 countries within the West and South African sub-region, namely Nigeria, Cameroon, DR Congo, Benin Republic, Togo, Ghana, Gabon, and Sao Tome and Principe. The RMRCC has intervened in several safety and security related distress calls. In 2015, 98 search and rescue incidences and 13 piracy incidences were reported. In 163 and 16 were reported in 2016. 114 search and rescue and 28 piracy incidences were reported in 2017. While as at September 2018, the RMRC has recorded 132 search and rescue cases and of search and rescue marshals in riverine communities across the country, being used in the country. These local search and rescue teams, search and rescue incidents power to ensure the placement of Nigerian seafarers on board cabotage registered vessels. Nigeria Seafarers Development Program. The agency's commitment towards building requisite capacity in the maritime industry saw the commencement of the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program. Since the inception of the program, the agency has trained over 2,259 cadets under the program, while also facilitating the training of 428 Nigerian seafarers in 2017 alone. Presently, the program has 1,440 graduates. 1,235 cadets are awaiting sea time training, which is compulsory for their certification in line with standards of training, certification, and watchkeeping convention. Currently, 68 cadets have finished their sea time training and are awaiting their certificate of competency, while 239 are undergoing sea time training, fully sponsored by NIMASA as follows. 150 cadets are on board training vessels facilitated by Arab Academy for Science, Technology and Marine Transportation, Alexandria in Egypt. 89 cadets are on board training vessels facilitated by South Tennessee College, United Kingdom. Flag development. Nigerian flag vessels registration continues to show significant growth from 262 vessels within the total tonnage of over 232,000 in 2015 to almost double in 2016 at 370 vessels with a total tonnage of about 420,000. Then in 2017, 307 vessels with a total tonnage of 115,638.03 were registered as of August of 2018. The agency has registered 286 vessels with a total tonnage of 947,016. The modular floating dockyard. NIMASA took delivery of the 5th largest modular floating dockyard on the African continent on the 31st May 2018. The agency will partner with private sector to run the dockyard under the Build, Operate and Transfer Agreement. This dockyard will save the nation at least $100 million annually, as it will ensure direct savings from the dry docking of vessels operating in Nigeria, which previously were done outside the country. It is envisaged that on commencement of service, the floating dockyard will create job opportunities both directly and indirectly, as there will be proliferation of other auxiliary services that will boost local content. Implementation of Executive Order 001 on ease of doing business. Following the signing into law by the federal government, the Executive Order 001 on transparency and efficiency in the business environment, the agency has achieved reduction in turnaround time from 3 days to 24 hours in processing of cargo manifests and issuance of sailing clearance certificates on vessels husbanded by shipping companies or agents. This reduced top-generated cargo, with terms of trade from FOB to CIIS. Progress is being made to ensure that Nigerian cargo, especially crude oil, is freighted under a cost insurance and freight agreement in favor of the indigenous, creating more job opportunities. Cargo Support Initiative. This is an initiative by the agency in support of the federal government policy on economic diversification from oil. The initiative is a globally acknowledged protectionist policy that reserves cargo for careers aimed at building indigenous shipping capacity. Blue Economy Initiative. The chairman mentioned it, so I will expatiate a little bit on it. The Blue Economy is a marine-based, sustainable, visionary economic development process which leads to improved human well-being through sound management of marine resources. It involves meticulous planning aimed at involving policies capable of invigorating and crystallizing mental concepts into pragmatic economic reality. NIMASA has adopted, enacted and domesticated the concept to enforce a positive turnaround of the economy, beginning from the maritime subsector. The blue economy involves marine transport and exploitation of living and non-living resources in a maritime environment. All these can be categorized into marine transportation, living marine resources, which are fishes of course, port services, ship repairs and ship building, and non-living marine resources, which are oil and gas. These can be extended to cover towage and salvage, passenger ferry services, dredging and cargo trade, be it liquid, bulk, dry bulk and general cargo. It is also feeder or inland transportation. There are also other services such as maritime auxiliary, that's freight forwarding, storage and warehousing, maritime agency container depot, maritime tourism, marine insurance and training school for skill acquisition. In conclusion, while using this opportunity to call for more collaboration among stakeholders in realizing a robust maritime interface with agricultural sector in Nigeria, NIMASA will continue to engage and educate the public on the sustainable use of the seas and oceans. NIMASA will also prioritize the integration of blue economy into the nation's circular economic restoration and growth plan. We will leave no stone unturned to create limitless opportunities for our people and lift them out of poverty through intervention in agricultural sector. This is our result as the most viable option for sustainable development of the Nigerian economy. I want to talk a little bit about Barrow Port. Our sister agency, National Inland Waterways, gave us a flyer. They are supposed to be here, but they don't have a stand. And since we are here, we are just representing them. This flyer says that Barrow Port is now open for business. It was newly commissioned. There's modern handling facilities. There's also ample investment opportunities. So we give these flyers to stakeholders that are here that are interested in doing anything with the port. It's in Barrow in Niger State. And NIMASA is also planning sensitization on cargo support initiative. We have done that in some zones of the country. We are trying to bring it to the north. So we crave the indulgence of the people here. Anybody that is interested in it could just leave his contact address. So when the program is on, we'll be able to get in contact with them and so that they can participate. Once again, we'd like to thank you for inviting us and hosting us today. We hope to continue to collaborate with you for that. Like you said, we hope to continue to be here every other year. So thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.
My brother over there will
Thank you.
What do you call it?
Administration and Safety Agency, ably represented here.
All right, watch. Okay.
On behalf of our staff, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Kadccimma Ibrahim, council member. On her speech, the speech she read on behalf of the Masa society. But since we are here, I would like to introduce you to our services. Masa, that is Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. As you can see, these are our services. In the first point, we have a ship registration, which means to register ships with the Nigerian Ship Registry. That means to give ships national identity as a requirement of the United Nations, international laws of the sea, UNCLOS. Every ship needs to be flagged a certain country's flag. So it is the responsibility of NIMASA to register ships and give Nigerian flag to ships that are flagging Nigeria. And this is one of the major responsibilities of NIMASA. NIMASA also do search and rescue team. rescue mission and in the Nigerian territorial waters and the Gulf of Guinea at large. So it's also one of the functions of the MASA. Cabotage enforcement. Cabotage is mainly participation in the international, in national waterways, the trade in the Nigerian waterways. So to impose the Cabotage Act, the implementation of the Cabotage Act is also the responsibility of the MASA and the duty of the MASA that we carry out. Then maritime safety administration. Yeah, safety is the key. The MASA is also the sole agency which is responsible to take care, to ensure the safety of the sea and all the activities of the crimes, seafarers and what. Other duties of the MASA is shipping develop indigenous ship and indigenous shipping capacity. We also training and certification of seafarers is part of the MASA's responsibility. And in carrying out this responsibility, the MASA is solely established and sponsoring the Nigerian Maritime Academic Forum, and also has a program called NDPC, NSI. And also prevention of pollution and control is also the responsibility of the MASA and one of our duties. And maritime labor regulation. So you are all welcome to our stand. As you can see, factually magazine produced by the MASA. We also have people about our investment in the blue economy, which this I think is enough. We welcome you all.
You're working my camera.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
What is our day?
Thank you. the first listed company. Then if you are enterprises, then your company comes out with a cost listed company. But you are about to come to us. Then if you are a company and you are a limited liability, what
since it's a of sheep, either it will be Nigerian or a registered company in Nigeria. We, as part of our due diligence, whenever a ship document, or especially the tax, the current tax clearance certificate is one of our requirements. You can see it inside the application. But most of the time we have challenges with regard to the authentication of the real tax certificate. Some customers used to tell us, some companies used to tell us that the certificate is not readily available. They are paid, but they didn't get it. That makes us to even leave some windows for at least first quarter to the second quarter before we have to ask for the New Year's tax certificate. How far is it true that the certificate is not readily available as immediately as the people pay?
The company normally operates. The company files its returns. Yes. You understand? And you request for TCC. Yes. You have a grace of 2 weeks within which we are expected to give you tax clearance. Failure to which we write you. So I don't really believe in this delay of the claim. And secondly, a company that has accounting period for December 2018, that company has up to 30th June to file returns. But if that company is a regular filer, what we call regular filer, a company that is year in, year out, is collecting tax clearance, we can even give you 2019 tax clearance without even you filing your returns of last year. We have challenges. One can serve. Which nowadays with this we came from Lagos, so that you can easily get informed concerning the quantity or otherwise of the tax clearance.
Yes, I think that's going forward. That's
going forward.
Yes, we're going to try and establish it.
You can come to us, we will link you up. Okay,
Don't worry, we will try.
Just try to liaise with us and we keep you posted.
Yes, going forward, we try to establish a relationship between the two agencies. Since we have such a, so if you have relationships with two agencies, we'll be able to maybe send you some of these companies and you can just verify for us. Yes, so thank you very much.
Another question, what I want to find out. Recently, there's a provision from the master to improve a non-oil sector support in business shipping promotion, probably with emphasis on the agricultural aspect of it. I don't know if through your medium whether you'll be able to suggest for the benefit of the improvement of the sector to have a kind of waiver to support the sector. It's an business shipping issue now on the tax level. I don't know whether there's a provision on that.
Already all these import duties and VAT is exempted from agricultural products. There is already a moral kind of policy like agriculture doesn't pay VAT.
Okay, non-oil. Okay, non-oil sector.
Yes,
but agriculture is not only agriculture is only on that level. All right.
So I don't know if you have this.
Where's the camera, please?
What's the answer?
It's concerning the e-filing. Let me reply on the place.
This is the department talking about the shipwreck requirements, so you see what you just asked you. And here, Barrow Port is open for business. So if you have any people coming in and you wanting to know whether we have any ports in the north, Barrow Port is in Niger State, so it's open for business. So you can educate them. This is from our sister agency, Inland Waterway. They're not here, but we have some in our stand. Maybe later on. DG's office. Yes, you can get more. Thank you very much.
very expensive. Drilling for oil and gas is extremely expensive. And here we are not certain that oil and gas are there. So that's why the multinationals don't want to take risk. So government now, big cartels are saying, let me do it. We are losing a lot of money, but with the rough data that are coming out right now, we are very, very optimistic that we will make this progress.
Thank you very much, Ajay. We are paying you for your visit. We are congratulating you are coming on behalf of the president and some of our farmers. We present this morning and we thank you for your coming this coming year. Thank you.